And with the modern age, there have been two categories of coffee drinkers. Both of us kind of personify the two. One understands her coffee, knows exactly what is what and how to differentiate the taste. The other just enjoys the drink.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly, as simple as that. But no matter, what type of coffee enthusiast you are, what's funny on the show is that we've barely had any coffee in the span of 4 years we've been hosting. I just want to say, this is the first time we've actually brought a proper barista, who's going to teach us all about coffee, and it's actually going to, challenge us in a latte art making mini competition.
He's going to make me appreciate baristas more.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you do too. So let's get into talking with Dennis.
Hey.
And how are you doing, man?
Doing great, doing good.
How much coffee does a barista have on a daily basis? I just want to...
Usually 2 to 3.
2 to 3 cups a day?
Minimum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about you though. I used to work in a coffee house, and every month we would have to taste the coffee espresso plain. I don't like it personally, and I still cannot tell what's like Arabica la, this la, that la, this la,
Okay.
So very, very interesting, your job.
Yeah.
So where did you get started as a barista?
I started working as a part-time barista over the weekends, so 9 years ago. So I started this academy 5 years ago. Yeah.
And how many have you trained so far? Walk through your doors.
Walk through my doors, based on my calculation, around 2,000 students.
2,000 baristas have been trained by Dennis and his team.
Exactly.
So this is a coffee machine. Normally we don't see this side of it. People like me, we only see that side of it. So we don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Can you break it down for us a little bit and help us understand the machine?
All right, cool. And this is a very special coffee machine. It comes with a tablet. And the reason why there's a tablet that enables you to customize all sorts of temperature, flow profile, pressure bar, everything. It has a scientific chart so that you know what's going on in the coffee process to innovate, to improvise, in terms of taste and
Interesting.
So, but this is a very special and very innovative coffee machine.
Okay, so
no longer you have to I don't say back in the day. I don't sound that old, guys. But back in the day.
Every time she says back in the day, she looks at me first.
Yeah, I'm like, back in the day, you have so when you want to brew your milk, for example, right? You put it in the thing, and then you put the temperature, and then you have to stop.
Yeah.
And then so you no longer have to do all that manually.
You still have to do that on milk basis, but in terms of coffee, you have a chart for you to monitor, see what's going on. Okay. But for the milk, you still have to do that.
Okay, thankfully, not so back in the day.
So how do you start? Where do you start with the cup of coffee? Let's say someone comes up and orders a black. Just a simple black coffee.
Simple Americano.
So first off, we need to grind the coffee. Okay. So because of the time, we already pre-ground the coffee from this grinder, and then we put into the product filter, and then you temp it, which is already temp. Then you have to slot it in. Can I slot it in right now?
Yes, please do. What's the importance of temping the coffee?
You have to temp the correct temperature, like the correct pressure, like 25 pounds. So it's very hard for you to understand what is 25 pounds, but you have to do it over the time. Then you get to know what is 25 pounds.
Right.
So usually for old school training, they usually use a toilet scale, put on top of the table, and then they try to temp it. Or you put a scale on top of the table and try to temp it. So that's the old school way of training. But right now, no longer require that because of tools and gadgets. We have certain of temper that enables you to calibrate on certain pressure, allows you to temp at certain pressure.
All right, we're seeing what we normally do with the milk there before we proceed with the coffee. So this is what you were explaining earlier. This is still the old school process of dealing with milk.
We still have to do that. Yeah, we still have to do that. But before that, we need to make a shot of espresso first.
Right. Okay.
All right.
So of course, generally milk on milk won't create that.
Yes. Yeah.
Stating the obvious there.
Yeah.
Just in case you want to.
Obvious.
Okay, let's go.
All right, I'll just make this start. I already pour in a certain amount of fresh milk, only fresh milk. That's the best pair with coffee.
A lot of people must ask you, right? Whenever they come to the counter and they're like, hey, I want to order coffee, but then you have a list of coffee orders. Obviously, Americano, everyone knows, is just plain black coffee. But when it comes to things like cappuccino, flat white, latte, I'm just gonna randomly name affogato, even though it's not really related.
Yeah.
What are the general differences between these lists of coffees that you have?
I think the most common similarity, it will be the espresso. Whatever you mentioned just now, the beverages are the espresso-based beverages. So let's say flat white, cappuccino, latte. That the difference is only the foam, the thickness of the foam. So, but then it's still paired with the fresh milk and as well as, with espresso as well.
Right.
So that's an espresso.
This is an espresso.
Right.
This is the
Do you
steamed
mind-
milk.
We'll pan it down to the camera before
Okay.
we pour.
Yeah.
So guys, this is the espresso.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can I do it right now?
Yes, go
shot of
ahead. Camera's on you. Oh, it smells so good though. I'm so mad.
Wow, that smells good. And the art that
Oh, there we
comes-
go.
Oh, wow. How did you do that?
Over 9 years of experience, I figure out.
I love it.
Okay, so our producers challenged us to do something like this. I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna, respectfully withdraw from the challenge because
Well,
it took
how
you
about
9 years to get that.
Okay.
How about I assist both of you to do that?
Okay.
I
Zoe's got
haven't-
some experience. So
I haven't done this in, I want to say 7 years.
That is awesome. I mean, he poured the same milk. I always thought it was like a different texture of milk. That's why it flowed into the art. But that was just me.
Okay, things about to get real. Let's fold out our sleeves.
Whoa! So am I supposed to
Just
like?
because I'm wearing light color, so let's not get any coffee here. Actually, I'm curious, what is your favorite type of coffee? Because there are many, many types.
Yes.
And the region where it comes from.
I think my favorite brewing type of coffee, it will be espresso, whatever I just made, but without milk.
Okay.
So, that's the best that I think I like to drink because it's naked. There's no water, no added water. There's no added of milk. So that can taste really the best out of the coffee beans.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
a
so-
coffee person for you. Goes
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
for the good stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you have a favorite region of coffee? A lot of people love, I personally love, I don't know why, Vietnamese coffee. I feel it's so underrated. It's a bit sweet, but a little bit underrated.
Okay, I like Ethiopian coffee.
Ooh.
Ethiopian coffee, North African continent. Yeah, so that's my favorite because it has a lot of floral tasting notes in terms of espresso itself as well.
So if you want to gauge the coffee, I think I learned something here. Go back to the espresso, and you will find the different taste in the beans.
Yep.
So if you want to taste the difference between, let's say, the Ethiopian coffee and the Vietnamese coffee, have 2 espressos, and then you'll be able to differentiate the taste.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
Arguably, what do you
growing
think?
as a
Where
coffee
do you think?
connoisseur.
Which country produces the best coffee, in your opinion?
I think
And can Malaysia compete? Why don't we have our own coffee?
Malaysia is picking up Sabah.
Yeah.
Sabah is picking up. I
Coffee
think
Sabah?
Yeah, coffee Sabah is picking up. Yeah. So, but then there a lot of countries there they have make best coffee. Also, they make a very not so good coffee as well.
Right. So this is
They have
scale.
grades as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't really tell which one is the best. I can't really tell which country is the best.
Yeah.
But they have produced of low grade and high end coffee as well.
All
So
right.
are you ready?
I guess so. All right. So I am the uninitiated one,
Sir. So
and then we'll get the pro here.
so are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So right-handed, you should hold this with left hand and
Okay.
dominant hand.
All right.
And yeah, so, all right, get hold of it.
Okay.
Let's try.
All right.
Let's
so,
do some simple art.
all right. What's the simple art?
Heart shape, perhaps,
Okay. How do we do a?
like that.
What on earth?
It just magically flow out.
Okay, this is more him than me, if you can't tell. He just had the pressure applied to the under portion of that utensil there, and that was created with my clumsy hands holding it.
You did great.
I don't know.
I think he just
you did
guided
better
you.
than my first time.
Are you sure? Come on, man. Okay, so your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try.
Zoe
Yeah.
is our
Let's
queen of
make some
coffee here,
first.
so
Then I'll let you try on making it.
Okay. We're gonna try and copy.
So you don't need
the-
any help, right? You don't need the.
Do you need help?
Yeah, she doesn't need
Let me
help.
let me try. Like I said, I haven't done
She's
this in a
got
very long time. This
Let's see.
requires some skill. So for a person who aspires to become a barista, I know there are a lot of barista competitions as well.
Yeah.
People might not know this. People always think like what
I mean,
do you
the
call
teh tarik one
those?
is
The mix,
more
yeah, the teh
popular.
tarik one and whatnot. What's your fondest memory of? Have you competed, and what's your fondest
No.
memory of competing?
No,
Why not?
I'm not compete yet.
Why?
I'm a teacher. I'm not a competitor.
Nice.
Wow.
I really like that.
What about your students? Have they, submitted themselves? For any
No, most
competition?
of my students, the demographic of my students are those that home baristas. Yeah, beginners, amateurs. So
Right.
those are my niche.
Yep.
So I specialize on teaching people with beginning,
Yep.
zero experience, no experience needed for my classes.
Right.
I can attest to that. I mean, look at that. I mean, he just help you with a little pressure, and there you go. You're good to go. It is the same milk. There's no difference in the
Same milk.
Yeah, no, exactly. You guys can see it's the same milk. What are some of the other unique types of coffee brewing? We have those like drip coffee. What are some of your other favorites besides the conventional machine?
There's another type of brewing method. It's called Hario V60. It's basically
Ooh.
a cone type of brewer with a paper filter in
Mm-hmm.
it. So and with a coffee ground on top, and use a
Yep.
gooseneck kettle and drip some hot water over the coffee ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also very nice.
I've seen people who've done that, and then the paper just falls down.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I mean, we don't mean to laugh, but it's quite funny when it happens. It happened to me as well. Do you have any tips on doing that, or making sure that perhaps the paper doesn't fall down, doesn't become, paper mache, whatever?
The tips are in YouTube, of course. But then, first of all, the tip is to go outside and get the set of the Hario V60
Okay.
with a gooseneck kettle.
Right.
That's the first thing. Second thing, go and get a proper, coffee, roasted coffee with a grinder as well. It's okay. So let me try to steam it for you right now.
Sure, it'd be
And
great.
then it's your turn.
Since we're on the subject of milk, is there any difference with the milk? Is there a specific type of milk that applies well to coffee?
For coffee, I think the best to pair with espresso is fresh milk. So that means the milks are sold from the cold chiller.
Yeah.
So sorry, vegans. I know almond milk.
Yeah.
Just don't cut it.
What's your actual opinion about the introduction of oat milk,
Yep.
soy milk,
Yep.
all these kinds of different
He just
types of
said
milk?
fresh
Yeah.
milk, so just don't cut it.
Yeah. Terrence is like a big no-no on this.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
no.
So for the
Just
oat
kidding.
milk, right? There are two versions.
Right.
Right. Number one, there's the original oat milk, and number two, there are barista versions of it. So usually go barista version of it. Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
need
help?
let's see what she can do.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
let's try. Yeah. A bit higher. Yeah. A bit higher. This one.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
All right.
Tu dia.
Okay,
Okay. Let's try.
let's try. Wait, I want to try. How does the leaf work again?
Let's make a heart shape.
Okay,
to do,
okay.
Yeah.
He's not confident in my skill, guys.
Doesn't want you to ruin the cup.
Okay,
She's-
okay.
Yeah, let's
You, how about you tell me and then I'll do
Yeah.
it.
Let's pour.
Okay,
Let's
I'll
pour.
pretend you're a YouTube tutorial. Like, hello, what do I do here?
Let's pour
Okay.
right now. Yeah. Pour out. Pour out fast. Pour out fast. Don't worry. Touch it. Yeah. And lift up.
Okay. That's like, I think it's a cat.
It's
got a
called-
tail, it's got a head.
called Abstract. Guys, look, we have 3 different hearts over here, okay? Just in case you guys
Are
don't
you
know.
sure you want to qualify that as a heart?
It's a heart. It depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay.
Too much
fine.
pressure, guys.
Looking
Yeah.
which
Doing good
angle?
job. It is not
Right.
that bad. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
it's almost a swan. I need just a head.
There is a picture over there, at least.
It's a cloud in the sky.
It's a cloud.
Yeah, so you
But there
can
we
make of
go.
it whatever you want.
Exactly. It doesn't really matter. At least, we did it. We tried.
You did it on your own. That's the most important thing. I had help, so.
It's a map.
Yeah.
It's an island. It's an island.
He was trying to tell us, it could be a marble cake off camera. I was like, okay, sure.
All right. Well, this is interesting, and it goes to show why you should appreciate every time you get coffee art on your cup of coffee. I mean, the barista has gone through some serious training to be able to pull this off. Like
Exactly.
9 years worth of training. Talk to us about the level of barista-ship in Malaysia right now. I mean, I think every time I'm served a cup of coffee, I'm impressed when someone does this. So is the level like kind of going up?
Yes, I think Malaysia's coffee industry is getting level is going up and getting more matured right now. But then we are in compare with our neighboring country. Of course, we are not there yet. But I'm glad that there are a lot of cafes are opening right now. Almost every month, the new cafes are opening. So that brings a lot of awareness on the coffee. That also bring a lot of students to aware such things and come to my academy and learn about coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a student, how long does a course normally take, and what are some of the things I need to be prepared before coming to train?
For my academy, we don't need you to prepare anything. We prepare everything. So we have 6 days course, like 6 weekly days of course. So that's what we have right now. And also, of course, that let's say if you do not commit, you want to try and curious, we have 1 day class as well. So, but we only have 2 products: 1 day class or 6 days course.
Right.
6 days doesn't sound like, you can do it 6 days.
You can do a lot of things with 6 days. Yeah.
All right, and okay, someone like me, zero. Needed assistance to perfect a simple heart.
Yes.
In 6 days, what can I accomplish?
Of course, more than heart.
More than a heart. All right.
Can he do possibly, those tiny bears off the...
That's way simpler than you think. Okay. Yeah, if you draw a heart, you can make a heart, you can pour a heart, then you can make a cat, make a bear or whatever.
A bear?
Yes,
All
of
right.
course you can.
Awesome.
Okay.
Looking forward to your classes. Hopefully, one of us will be attending. I don't know, a 1 day class sounds like a reasonable day for us to just try it, test out,
Yep.
test the waters and whatnot. He's
More than welcome.
like, yes, I agree, just 1 day for you guys.
Don't want to ruin the track record lah. Because they cannot do anything still.
But for our audiences who want to follow you on Instagram, want to search for the academy, where do they follow you and how?
Barista Experience Academy in Instagram.
Nice.
Right, simple.
So we're looking forward to learning more about our coffee. Thank you very much, Dennis, for coming on
for
by
having
and showing us the ins and outs of coffee. And thank you for joining us on a Sunday for some caffeine-related conversation, which you're going to get back to on a Monday.